Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Jesus kicks off the Beatitudes in Matthew 5:3 with, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." And we often don't wonder if there was a reason that this one was put first. When we think through what it means to be poor in spirit, we actually realize that all of the Beatitudes following after come from having a poor spirit. And so what does it mean to be poor in spirit? It means that you're helpless on your own and you're in need of something or someone to fill you up. We feel hopelessness when we aren't filling ourselves up with Jesus. That is why we find ourselves seeking to fill ourselves up with sin, with things of the world that we think will give us satisfaction. But really, it's just an illusion, and we end up feeling hopeless again. So what differentiates the person that is a believer in Jesus, or where we found ourselves before knowing Jesus, where we were just seeking after things to fill ourselves up, seeking after sin of the world. And that's a poor spirit. We have to have the humility to admit where our spirit is truly at. And then we see God chasing after us through the blood of Jesus to rescue us from our hopelessness and into an abundant relationship with Him through this spiritual poverty. And that is why all of the other Beatitudes flow out of this one, because being poor in spirit means that we will inherit the kingdom of heaven, that we can walk into a relationship with Jesus, because only with a poor spirit can we find Jesus. And only when we realize that we're not enough and that we choose to step down off of the throne of our own lives and allow Him to step in, for Him to have control and to submit to Him, that's when we see true satisfaction and fulfillment. But looking at these Beatitudes can be incredibly overwhelming. To see all of these things we have to do is daunting, but we must seek to see it from Jesus' point of view and His perspective and teaching. He's not giving us a laundry list of to-dos, but showing us what it means to have a relationship with Him, realizing we can't do it on our own. But when our hearts are in the right place and our intentions are pure, these things are possible through His work in our lives and walking next to Him in a relationship with Him. This is not about behavior modification. It's about life change through our spiritual poverty. Matthew 8:28-30 says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." A relationship with Jesus is not burdensome. Shame is not heaped upon us when we can't do all of these things on our own, because that was never His intention. Rather, a relationship with Jesus is freeing, because we no longer have to carry our burdens alone. We have the Creator of the universe walking alongside of us. He's pursuing us and changing us if only we have this poor spirit and we realize our need for Him. So spend some time in prayer with God, talking through these things. Where are you at? And have you recognized your need for Jesus in your life?
Hey guys, it's Isaiah, and this summer as we go through the Beatitudes, we curated a list of songs into a playlist that are linked with each verse in the passage. You can find that playlist in the link in our bio. The first song that we're going to talk about is called New Wine by Hillsong Worship. And it goes along with Matthew 5:3, which says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." This song for me has really put that verse in perspective, not in really the traditional sense. So what it means when it says poor in spirit is not necessarily poor as far as money, but really it means that we're humbling ourselves before the Lord. The song New Wine really paints a beautiful image of what it means to be molded and shaped by Him, to be used by Him, and to submit to His will. I hope that this song brings you guys a lot of life through this time, and that it's a good lesson for each and every one of you.